Is the spending freeze still on? Trump's confused press secretary seems to think so. Chris Graham here, Augusta Free Press. Now, we were hearing yesterday that Donald Trump's budget office rescinded the memo enacting an across the board spending freeze, but we're also hearing from Trump's in way over her head press secretary that the freeze is still on. So, what's really going on here? Your guess is as good as anyone else's, and I'm being serious about that. Here is a tweet from the press secretary, Caroline Levitt. This is not a rescission of the federal funding freeze. And that seems pretty clear. It is simply a rescission of the OMB, which is the Office of Management Budget memo. Why? To end any confusion created by the court's injunction. The president's EO's, executive orders, on federal funding remain in full force and effect and will be rigorously implemented. So, all that celebrating you saw yesterday from Democrats about how, well, look, we fought back and he rescinded it. Confusion. Okay. Now, it could be that Levitt, the star of an interweb selfie in which she is wearing a t-shirt with the message, Make America Blonde Again. And I'm just going to add a parenthetical. I remember when these blondes from Trump at least used to be attractive. Maybe she's just confused, or that somebody above her in the food chain wants her to be confused because, it's not that hard to achieve that from what we've seen from her thus far. But whatever's going on there, the result of the former D2 softball outfielder, uh, by the way, slash line 201, 233, 326, three homers, 17 RBIs in 2 years playing D2 softball at St. Anselm up in New Hampshire. In 2016, 2017, didn't play as an upper class person. But the result of her being confused is we're all confused. The confusion has reached the point where a federal judge, John McConnell, in a Wednesday hearing on a request for a restraining order blocking the Trump administration brought by a group of Democratic state AGs, no Republicans fought back against trillions of dollars being illegally withheld. This McConnell guy offered this soon-to-be classic in terms of legal observation, and I listened to this myself, so I'm not just quoting what someone else said he said. This is what John McConnell said. We don't know because obviously we can't cross-examine the tweet. We don't know what Ms. Levitt refers to. Add that one to the annals of American jurisprudence. We can't cross-examine the tweet. Oh dear Lord. No, indeed, we can't cross-examine tweets. The bottle blondes who compose them are no help. The various people in charge of writing the memos don't even know each other, much less what any of them are doing. For anybody who's followed Trump over the course of his 50 years in the business world, this is all par for the course. It's not 12-dimensional chess. He's not even playing checkers. There's a big reason the big guy went bankrupt so many times. He's not that bright, and he surrounds himself with people who defer to him like he's the smartest guy in the room, which is a lot about their acumen or lack thereof. And then when stuff hits the fan, which is inevitable with Trump, he sends out another one of his low rent ditzy chicks to distract the incel horn dogs in the press gallery. Anyway, bottom line here, let's proceed on the assumption that the spending freeze is still on because his press secretary seems to think so.